and everything. That was stupid. And, well, okay. So, wow, that was... Okay. Copyright, I guess, even though it's like YouTube and Facebook. I don't understand that. Okay, whatever. Um, hmm, all right. Uh, Sorry about that. Um, I guess we'll just skip the funny part. Yeah. All right. Let me make sure we're still good here. Yep. Okay. Whatever. Um, so basically, I've been getting a lot of pushback saying that things like this are not happening in Portland from people in Portland, and it absolutely is. I've had people saying that these videos were taken months ago, or it's out of context, or it's agitated. It's not. We're not going to watch the whole thing, just little clips. I showed a little bit of it last night. But
all these people right here are the Antifa of Portland, all in black.
You come back, I'm gonna fucking smoke you, dude.
And this part got cut out of the video at the end, which is insane. I don't know.
Really?
Yes,
You have a sniper lasered on you right now. Stop it.
We're Portland. This is our mother. Keep it weird.
Portland is set to erupt right now. You have thousands of people out here protesting here in the streets of Portland, Oregon. Donald Trump has said this is war ravaged and is sending into the streets of Oregon the federal government, and has said the feds can use full force against.
Okay, so for clarification, when we are saying that like Antifa and all that is out in the streets and whatnot, a lot of these are not who we are talking about. When you're saying they're peacefully protesting, this is not what we are talking about. You are more than welcome to do that, even if you are being stupid when you're out there. That's perfectly fine. You're allowed to be stupid. You're allowed to do this. This is not what we are talking about, right? However, most of these people, especially in Portland, do support Antifa and whatnot, right? So we like there's a very fine line. These are not the same as what happens later on, right? Once night falls, the situation changes. Although there are a lot of instances where the people that would be out at night are at these events and causing trouble. So don't get it confused. They are not the same thing. They're close, but they're not the same thing. There's a giant difference. So if you're saying that these guys are peacefully protesting, you're wrong.
I had a press conference today. There's a statement online.
This is the governor of Oregon. I hope to take her place one day. That'd be pretty cool.
So right now you have the governor of Oregon chanting, "Troops in Oregon, we say no. Hey, hey, ho, ho." Governor Bash, what's your message to Donald Trump for sending in the feds into Portland?
I had a press conference today. There's a statement online.
What, could you give us one right now?
No, we can fill you in later. Thank you.
Oh, come on, Governor Bash.
Weak. Absolutely weak.
Are they here? I don't know who they are. I'm just a proud American veteran who is fighting fascism. What's happening in our government is wrong. It's anti-American.
I feel like most of the people that throw the term veteran around have no actual experience. Let me put up. Okay. Most of the people that throw around that term veteran, they most of the people, a lot of them, like, they were in for a few years and then got medically discharged for getting hurt in basic or whatever. Like, most of them, if you're throwing it around, usually you're trying to over embellish what you did, and you're trying to use it to pass a point. You being a veteran doesn't mean that you know more than other people. It doesn't, like, yes, a lot of times you have more different experiences than a lot of others, but, like, whenever it's brought up, I always gotta ask them what they actually did. You know what I mean? So.
And any patriotic American should be out here just demonstrating against what's happening.
Because you don't know what, you probably couldn't defend your position anyways.
Largest and most known fascist in world history is Hitler. Where would you rank Trump?
If you look at the first 2 or 3 years of Hitler's rise to power, he did not imprison as many people as Trump has.
So Trump's imprisoned more people than Hitler in his first 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. To what,
Jesus
2,000-3,000 people a day? That's far less than were imprisoned during the first 2 years of Hitler in Nazi Germany.
Do you think bringing
Okay.
the feds was necessary here to Portland?
No.
What do you guys think about Antifa, him declaring Antifa as a terrorist organization?
I think it demonstrates that he doesn't know what Antifa is.
Because these
This person is definitely the idea of intelligence. I can't even think right now. Wow.
people here are anti-fascist, but the idea of Antifa as an organization, is that such a thing?
No, it would be like saying MAGA is a terrorist organization.
That is another thing that keeps popping up. Yes, and I've said it in other videos. If you can identify each other internationally by one form or one thing or another, in most cases, like the way you dress or whatever, as an organization, and you share a common ideology, common goals, common tactics, you are an organization. You do not need to have a Facebook page, which a lot do, to be an organization. How else were there organizations before? And could you claim MAGA as an organization? Absolutely. He said domestic terror organization, big difference.
That MAGA is not an organization in the way that Antifa is not an organization.
Yes, they are.
It's incoherent.
And Trump has said this is war-ravaged Portland.
Just because you don't understand terms does not mean that you are correct.
Is this a war-ravaged city?
Show me where the war is. Point to it.
Wait till night.
Ravaged during the Black Lives Matters protests either. I was part of a Buddhist group, and we would go out at about 5 o'clock in the evening in Chapman Square, where at night there would be all the stuff going on. We would do peaceful walks. Never a problem. No one bothered us. We would see people setting up for the nighttime stuff, but it
Mostly peaceful protests as the fires are going on in the background. Just shut up.
was all fine.
If this is war ravaged, like I said, all wars should look like this, is my fervent prayer.
Do I look like a domestic terrorist to you? I'm a boomer.
See, a lot of these people, they are either in denial or they're misinformed, and they are, what's the word, misconstruing? Let me make sure. Misconstrued definition. Interpret wrongly, yeah. So they're misconstruing what is actually in front of them. So, and like I keep getting told, oh, I drove down there I drove down there at night. I only saw 10 people. Well, you're wrong.
I'm a septuagenarian, and Donald Trump thinks I'm a threat to America.
Technically, yes, it wouldn't be her, but the collective. And then it's, again, I don't see her being out here at night.
What's he smoking? He's a total fascist.
Ma'am, you're moving pretty quick for a boomer. Look at you. You got your polling and everything.
And I always thought it was a joke until, I thought it was a joke until I started, looking for it. That most of the people at these protests are, 60 years old, white, with nothing better to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Just in this one frame alone.
That's
That's
right.
crazy.
Got to move when you have to. You know, I got to sit back for a few years taking it easy, but now it's not the time. We have to fight for everything we can get.
So, I wonder if, like, they're trying to relive the era that they grew up in where, like, social reforms were necessary and whatnot, and, like, they think that it's the same thing or what's going on, but there's something to this. There has to be something to this. It can't just be that they're just bored with too much time on their hands. It could be that, but there's got to be more to it.
Are you part of Antifa?
Oh, yeah, right. Am I against fascism? Hell yeah, but it's not.
And again, people misconstrue, now I'm using that word a lot lately, misconstrue the ideology that they think they're talking about versus the organization. They are two different things, just like Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter started as a saying, turned into an organization that was corrupt from the beginning. Two completely different things. So they think that supporting the organization also supports the saying. And so when they say, oh, we're just Antifa, of course any thinking person is Antifa. Every thinking person's anti-fascist. Well, when you attribute everything else to it, absolutely not. That is not how it works. And if you're not smart enough to separate the two, then just say that.
Not an organization. It's a philosophy.
To then go out and incite political violence.
Totally.
So these people right here are anti-fascist. That's an ideology. But the group of Antifa is different. That's who Donald Trump has declared as terrorists.
Right.
The organization of Antifa.
Yeah. So if you look, the people here are going to be different than the people you will see later.
A group of people that receive funding from groups to then go out.
And by that, I mean they literally look different, they act different, complete different behavior. It is an entirely different culture. So these people think that they are being anti-fascist, whereas these people are Antifa. There's a big difference. So you can think what you want, protest all you want, that's fine. These guys aren't doing anything wrong.
And incite political violence against their opposition as they are part of the group of in the organization of Antifa.
The only thing they're doing wrong is they're just not smart. That's it.
Most of these people just have the ideology of being anti-fascist, which is not a bad thing. Nobody supports fascism, and nobody wants violence, or nobody wants a fascist dictator here in the United States. But the difference is between these people and...
Also, democracy dies in silence. We are in a republic. We are not in a democracy. Democracy is the people have total power. Republic, we vote elected officials that represent republic. Represent republic.
Antifa is an organization who have now been declared as terrorists. These people, these old boomers right here, are not terrorists. They have the ideology of being anti-fascist, and they believe Trump is a king and a dictator. But I would not consider these people as terrorists.
If you have to sue to get your way, you are absolutely not a dictator. It's so stupid. God. I'm starting to get fed up with a lot of these arguments. I've been arguing them too long.
So you have that protest going on, and now we're heading over to the main protest where a rally from Antifa is set to take place as they have been controlling and occupying down. Here we go.
You guys don't run shit, motherfucker.
That is true. We do have the right to be here.
You actually do not, according to the federal police and the...
So, one of the arguments I got is that people like this guy is agitating them.
What do you think about these?
So, I think it's trying to excuse the behavior.
These protesters.
I've been documenting this for 3.5 months every day, calling them domestic terrorists. What's wrong with you? You guys are mentally ill.
Would you say these?
Yeah, this guy is against Antifa,
You are mentally ill?
Yeah, they're mentally ill. They're on drugs. Look at their pupils. Look at all my videos. They're all out here drinking at night. They're all getting drunk. They're all on drugs. That's why they're going to get hit with conspiracy charges, RICO charges, domestic terrorist charges, and the leader is Chandler. He lives in a building right over here. He's the...
Okay, what he's bringing up is this guy is one of the main people that are running the show for Antifa, organizing, yada, yada, yada. Weird, if you're organizing something, but you're not an organization, just stop. I do not know if he's one of the ones that has been putting out the statistics talking about political violence and that the left is less violent than the right, even though he's part of the ones causing the political violence. I don't know if this is him or someone else, though.
The leader I've interviewed.
But there's like two groups of statistics that are being that are viral right now, saying, "Oh, see, look, haha, we're the people of peace," and it's all lies.
Them 10 times. The funny,
especially if it's coming from the person who's causing it, who's omitting all the violence that they do and saying that, oh, it's actually on this side. Like, come on, man.
The joke is everybody poops at Chandler's. Everybody does poop at Chandler's. That's what they do because he lets all the Antifa members. They're on a lot of medication.
Police bureaus. You bring the whole family out today?
Yeah, I try and teach my children.
I don't care who you are. That's funny. So, I don't think that, like, they are the violent ones. They are just misguided. They don't know what they're talking about. They think they're out there for a good reason, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions. They think they're out here for a good reason. I believe that. It's so easy to discern that. It's not like... It's not black and white, but the reality of it is.
Children, important things, and I think it's important not to deport people that are just living their lives and being families here, not doing anything wrong.
Well, what do you hope message gets portrayed to the federal government today?
I don't think any message will get through to them today.
That's all privilege right there, baby.
This chick's trying to get home, and they just surround the car.
They're not letting her through right now. And now everyone's saying she needs to back up. This lady right here saying it's illegal for her to be coming through here.
And apparently her home's like right there.
The police are stepping in.
Oh my God!
I think I know someone in this video that I just saw.
You won't be able to get...
She hit a pedestrian. If you do not arrest this woman, you are complicit with this Trump administration. It's scaring me. She hit a pedestrian.
And if you're saying like, oh, she's overreacting, these people in an instant would absolutely take her out of this car and beat them to death. They absolutely would. They've shown it. They've showcased this multiple times. And then they parade it around.
Are you going to arrest her?
The chance is not 0%.
We can't hear anything in reality.
It's crazy. It's so stupid. It's ridiculous.
This guy.
You're not a journalist. You're here for content. Exactly what you're doing right now.
Look, I'm just talking to you.
It's funny. Yeah, no.
So you could have you do have the opportunity.
And then like these guys, I've seen his live streams from front to back. Watched it as it was happening, and they come over and say he's antagonizing when he's literally just walking around. So if you're saying that like, oh, he's doing something, oh, it's not, oh, this is not the live stream, like, okay, I have seen more than enough to believe that he is not agitating them to get content. And if you say, oh, I'm wrong, prove me wrong, or tell me I'm a liar.
You were just like, oh, to the cop, to the lady, to this and that. It's like that's not being a dude.
I didn't get bothered by anybody.
Yes, you did, bro. You're like, oh, like what the hell? And you're like mad dogging, like, oh, look me, and this guy's all mad. But in reality, bro, that's not how it is.
Here, I want the feds here. I want the tanks and the, I'm just sick of it, man.
So you want the feds to come through here and get rid of all these protests?
So later in this video, you'll see that a lot of these people are not. There's not as many as you'd think, and it's because things have ramped up.
What's the need for all of the black?
The need for all of the black is to protect everybody who is around here, who is also wanting to protect their identity.
Okay, so the other reason that they do this, it's actually really clever. If everybody is dressed in black and somebody commits a crime, somebody assaults somebody or something like that, and the police grab him, it's really clever. In court, all the lawyer has to do is say, how do you know it was him? And the officers say, I saw it, I have it on camera. Okay, but other people were in the way. How do you know it was him? I just know. That's not done. There were 50 other people wearing black that looked just like him. How do you know it was him? Really, really clever. Not an organization, though. Okay.
I don't want my face to be out there. I don't want these
thing. We're in the front line of the building now. You have these guys right here yelling, and you have the ICE and feds right here just taking it. Sounds like they're about to open up the gates and the feds are about to come out.
At all costs, this is a red line. This is the moment to sacrifice, but be smart.
They're coming out right now. Here comes the police.
You just punk bitches on the clearance map. Your ass.
I don't know what's inside those little balls, but it smells like
pushing them off the property of the ICE detention center, I guess.
He left work to come out here because I guess we were worried for the safety of the woman.
Let's see.
This umbrella right here says "kill yourself."
You gotta leave this bitch for fucking PTSD. Ain't no money from your punk ass. Bitch, you're afraid to die. I'm looking.
Wow, what are those little paintball things they shoot?
Pepper balls.
Those are pepper balls.
They're pepper balls.
Sir, what made you want to come out here with a Make America Great Again hat?
Because I seen
Thanks for tuning in.
A female out here, and she was being surrounded by all these people.
Now, what's really funny about this is if you look at it close. Let me bring this. So he's a big dude, and they don't treat him like they treat other people. If he was smaller, it'd be a big difference. Oh, you're just taking that out of context. Well, I've seen more than enough to be pretty confident in that.
Sir, what made you want to come out here with a Make America Great Again
It's
hat?
like they're all angry, but they don't want to go near him because he's bigger than them.
Because I seen a female out here, and she was being surrounded by all these people.
And he's a YouTuber fucking liar.
And what's another thing is you'll see that they pull out their cameras and they'll take pictures, they'll take videos, and they're actually trying to dox. If you don't know what doxing is, they try to find your identity and they try to post it online. And what ends up happening is legally, if you say things like, oh, this person's a bad person, and then another person says, oh, somebody should really do something about that, and then a third person goes, oh, it's also funny, here's an address. They have nothing to do with each other. And then a fourth person goes to that address, it's not preemptive or premeditated or whatever, and the rest of the people in that chain are not liable. It's something that should be fixed. And so that's what they're these Reddit people, 4chan people, whatever it is, they have figured out all the legal loopholes, and they post things. They do this. Oh, they don't actually do that. Well, you're wrong.
Yeah, I know your fucking channel.
And again, if you're anti-fascist, that is not Antifa. There's a huge difference. But again, you you have to differentiate the two. Antifa and anti-fascist, which again, we have found they've changed the definition of the word anyways to fit these people's narrative. We pulled out the dictionaries. It's just these people are terrible.
This guy came out here tonight in support of the girl.
And they're very good at propaganda. They're very good at propaganda. Like, a question that I keep getting from the conservative side is, why do they do this, right? They know that they're not going to make any kind of headway. They know that they're not going to make a difference. The real reason they do it is to gain support. Look at how much support that they've had, right? Look at all this because of the Antifa, all the pushback, right? All these people came out because of what's going on. It's psychological, it's propaganda, and they're very good at it. They're very good at it. But all these people full-heartedly believe that they are not an organization, that they do nothing wrong. And most people don't look further into it than what is presented to them. Right? That's probably why you're watching me. When you look into it, you find out that yes, they're an organization. Yes, they are manipulative. Yes, they're lying. And yes, they are not, their goals are not what the people believe. So, just like the Black Lives Matter, same thing. Is this?
What's the purpose of the lie?
Yeah, no, they ripped out the main part of this video. Crazy. And it goes nuts.
What's the purpose of the lie? It really does just, hey! What was that for?
And they're cavalry.
It really does feel like you're just a little kid. Somebody just came and charged me from the back. What was that for?
Make me! Make me! Make me!
And what's insane is these people are so emboldened that, like, for example, Charlie Kirk. They kill Charlie Kirk and they feel like there's going to be absolutely no repercussions, and they're so emboldened that they can go out to the vigils, the memorials, and desecrate and destroy them and think that nothing's going to happen. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And like, let's see. I want to hear this guy talk again.
What's the purpose of the light?
It's a cop light. They dropped it when he was swinging on a girl.
Oh, really?
So I just picked it up. I don't know how to turn it off, or I would turn it off.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got a right to be here, dude.
I'm not, totally, I don't know how to turn it off. It's OnlyFans.
Well,
it's a light.
Yeah, I can turn it off for you if you let me
They
try.
want to beat them
I
so bad.
I don't like having people touch me. I'll have you.
You're acting like a little boy.
I am a little boy.
What's the purpose of the light, bro?
I don't know how to turn the fucking thing off.
That's a lie. Give me it then. Let me turn it off for you.
Don't do that.
Let me turn it off for you.
No, it's good.
You're acting like a little boy.
I'm a little brat. Tell everybody. But I'm not a Nazi.
I never said you were.
Well, I know, but I'm not a Nazi. We should actually put that down. Hey,
There.
hey. Stop touching me.
I didn't touch you.
I'm going to assault you in about 2 seconds if you touch me.
I didn't.
It's also very funny because, and I said this yesterday, if it was natural law, most of these people would not be emboldened like they are. They would be too scared to speak up. But he thinks that he's protected by the law, or the mob, or both. That's why he's speaking this way. And they continue to threaten him and yada yada yada. And oh man. I think so. This is Cash Jordan. He does a pretty good job.
Since these people spout, they do not like getting arrested.
He used to just do New York, but now he's starting to go international with what he covers, and he's just like me. He pulls in information.
It's all a joke. This is the same person we just saw get arrested. Boy, look at that. They had to get taken down, backing them up. Yep. It's all a joke.
I don't know who they are. I'm not sure who this is. I don't know if it's the National Guard or who it is. I don't think it's the National Guard. It doesn't look like them. DHS maybe? I don't know.
To these Antifa people until they do real time and face real federal charges like.
I don't know. It should be more clear on who they are, to be honest. I'm okay with the masks, especially with the doxing. Like, the reason that California is trying to say no masks is because they're trying to dox these police officers, and it's an intimidation tactic. I'm not falling for it.
You gotta be careful, because look at this. These rioters, they're not afraid of their own police at all. These are the local Portland police who, after taking the summer off, are now back making arrests here.
These people, if the fascists were not here, anti-fascists, hey, I'm actually...
And I'm actually having
force their way.
Those strobes get a little crazy. Also, not an organization, right?
Trying to help drum up donations.
115 today. And I'm worried about those folks. So here's some things that are good to drop off.
Oh, what do they need?
Helmets.
Why do they need helmets?
I found these at Goodwill.
Why would they need that?
Gas masks. I'll link this one below. This is a really good one.
That's another thing. So, because they're trying to skirt law and try to not provoke filters and whatever, right? Censors. They will say, like a 24-hour festival, music festival, things like that. Hey, we're having a get-together at this time. And yet you're bringing all this, right? And she's just talking about...
100 refills for masks. These are the fine particle filters. These are the really important ones to save people's lungs.
Listen, people could say...
Packs are really needed.
Why?
Also construction cones to put over the canisters. And like any camping supplies you have on hand.
This is so stupid.
Why do they all...
I'm going to put that...
They all have nose rings. Almost all the women.
Address that you guys can...
This person is supporting terror.
Things to them. They need as much help.
Ooh. What is... aiding and abetting definition? Aiding and abetting refers to a legal term that describes a person's actions to help, support, or approve of someone else's illegal act. It is considered a crime in itself where an individual assists a criminal without physically participating in the illegal act. In U.S. criminal law, aiding and abetting applies when a person knows of the perpetrator's unlawful purpose and intends to facilitate the commission of the crime. I think they should all get hit with charges!
As they can get right now. I'm worried. So I'm going to be probably dropping this off maybe tomorrow.
Oh, and she's dropping this stuff off.
You
Supplies. Weird.
can drop off, or if you want to send some of the...
And see what I mean by they're absolutely emboldened? She's posting this on like TikTok.
to them. I'm going to link some stuff that you can send to...
So she's supporting terror.
If you think I'm wrong, tell me. Tell me why. It makes no sense.
Aiding terrorists. This is the kind of thing that the Justice Department...
Respirators and extra filters. If you want to see exactly the kind they are requesting, it's on their Amazon wish list.
Amazon...
A group of federal officers exited the gates, chased the people who were blocking the driveway to the ICE facility, then made...
allowed to get away with it.
Tuesday night, over 100 rioters stormed an ICE facility in Portland. They assaulted law enforcement, even putting one member of law enforcement in the hospital, trespassed on federal property, attacked law enforcement by blinding them with strobe lights, and blocked the entrance to the facility. Okay, so the argument here that they're saying is that it wasn't that bad. Okay, I saw it with my own eyes. It wasn't that bad. Well, all the evidence would say otherwise. All right? You're just wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So, I hope I don't have to talk about this anymore because I am pretty tired of talking about it. I ain't gonna lie. So, here's another thing that I don't have much info on yet. Asmongold streaming again. But it looks like some Jewish people got killed.
The UK is crashing out again. Oh, England is on the brink of civil war. That doesn't sound too good. So a terrorist attack on October...
So he's been out of the loop for a while. If you didn't know, there are a lot of other countries that are starting to go a little crazy because following the U.S.'s lead, they're standing up against all the left-wing activism that's been happening and destroying everything. So the silent majority is starting to stand up. That's why you're seeing all these, and it's not riots, it's protests, which there's a stark difference. But many countries are starting to do this, and I think the breaking point was over in Scotland with the girl that was defending her little sister and brought the knife and the axe out, and then she got arrested. Um, I think that was the straw that broke the UK's back, and then it was the comedian getting arrested. So here's just another thing. I don't want to go too far into it because I don't have all the details yet, but this is what they've released. A terrorist attack on October 2nd, 2025 targeted worshippers outside Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue in Manchester, UK, during the Yom Kippur services, resulting in 2 deaths and 3 injuries from a vehicle ramming and stabbings. Oh, ban guns. It's the human element. And then the guy was identified as 35-year-old Jihad al-Shami, who was shot dead at the scene after ignoring warnings, and arrested 3 others on suspicion of preparing terrorist acts. Is there a video of this? I haven't seen any video of this yet. I just care if there's a video. Just a lot of solidarity. So this is popping up everywhere, but if I can't see a video myself, it's just people's reactions. I don't know what to tell you. And things are heating up. I think it was Steven Crowder said, can't go 3 days without an attack right now. Okay, honestly, this is the biggest thing on my radar right now. Apparently Israel, who I wear all Israeli tactical gear, all my bug out bag stuff and everything is all Israeli. If it's not Israeli, I don't trust it. But they have brought in American influencers, especially the right wing, and are paying them apparently to influence political and personal opinion of the American citizenry. No country should have I don't care if it's Canada, Israel, or anyone. I don't understand. No one should be allowed to have this kind of influence on our people. And they're just open about it. I don't understand. I love Israel. I've never met one person from Israel that I don't absolutely love. I don't understand why that has nothing to do with this though. And I'm absolutely in support of us supporting them too. They have always been one of our closest allies. I don't understand this.
This is from a few days ago.
I guess I'm curious about what's another game plan if we lose evangelical support for the state of Israel? What's our backup plan?
Christian influencers, you said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich.
What? I'm assuming he's talking about me because I'm not religious? I don't know.
Right, because these people, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're loonies.
Who is he talking about? I don't understand.
Calling people Nazis. They're trying to polymorph the same mob for the 12th time, and it's just not working, bro. It's totally DR'd. You can't.
For those that don't understand, he's basically saying that he's trying too hard.
Can't CC it anymore. You've used it too many times.
But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. We're going to have to use the tools
Fake
of battle.
videos.
You know, the weapons change over time, and the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is class TikTok.
This isn't how you gain support.
TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through. And the other one, what's the other one? That's most important. X.
I hope he's just misguided in trying this. I really liked him too.
That's very good. You know, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two.
For what? What do you want? What do you want Elon to do?
We have to fight the fight and give direction to our non-Jewish friends.
That's the fucking problem. Yeah, that's the fucking problem. Holy shit. So they had a big meeting and everything. Is paying influencers $7,000 per post.
And before anyone yells disinformation, this is true and was even reported on the Times of Israel newspaper. It's called...
As officials call social media the current war's eighth front, new documents reveal how Jerusalem is paying to shape U.S. opinion amid a separate AI-powered PR blitz. With the Department of Newly filed records with the U.S. Department of Justice show that Israel's government has quietly launched a two-track influence operation in the United States, blending big-budget political advertising with grassroots-style influencer campaigns. Why are we allowing this?
The Esther Project, with influencers' contracts allowing payments up to
$900,000.
$100,000.
Social media influencers can get paid basically under the table, and especially our MAGA influencers that are so-called America First.
I'm very close to calling it treason. I am really close. And I know, yeah, you've got freedom of speech, but whenever you're being paid to work with a foreign fucking government to work against the interests of your country, what the fuck do you call that? Oh, this is the guy that's buying TikTok.
Your body cams will be transmitting them. The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. Your diagnostic data, your electronic health records, your genomic data. And in the Middle East...
We are so cooked, man.
Oh my God. That leads us into this, I think it's this one. This digital ID shit.
Quick update about a document that got passed by the United Nations this weekend called the Pact of the Future document. It's two parts, one on science and technology and one about the youth and future generations. It is quite egregious, and it was done by a procedure called the silence procedure, which makes it a pact.
Okay, I'm not gonna listen to her talk. Long story short, digital ID, a lot of nations, I think especially UK,
accepted by
has started going for digital IDs, which is basically like your ID card, but a net ID, and everything's going to be frozen to it or attributed to it. So you won't be able. They were even saying that you won't be able to work without this digital ID. It's almost it's the quickest and easiest registry that they probably will have ever made. And all they have to do is flip a single switch, and it's all done by algorithms. I don't know about. Oh my God, I hate this so much.
Why aren't the really
I saw other things talking about this. This is just one post. I saw a official from the UK talking about it. absolutely proud. No. Just no. We can't have that here in the States. I only have so much time right now. Another thing that I keep seeing is the reason for the government shutdown is the Democrats. Republicans are saying Democrats want health care for illegal immigrants, and I'm just bringing this up as obviously the media lies. We all know that, but here's more proof. Democrats want to offer health care to undocumented immigrants. Here's what that means. 2019. And then just a few days ago, Trump falsely claims Democrats want to give free health care to illegal aliens in government shutdown battle. Both from CNN. Okay. Another thing that I keep hearing, I think this guy brings up a pretty good point, or he says it in a way that a lot of other people might be able to understand.
In a room full of generals and admirals from around...
And this is talking about Pete Hegseth summoning all the top brass to one area to talk to them.
...the world. Hegseth delivered a message.
The era of politically correct, overly sensitive, don't hurt anyone's feelings leadership ends right now.
What we saw was really unprecedented. I've covered the military for, a couple of decades now, off and on, and I can't remember anything like this. You had the Secretary of Defense ordering all of these generals from all over the world to come to Quantico, outside DC, to listen to his vision for the military. These generals and admirals are used to taking orders. I think what's unusual about this is they were being lectured by the Defense Secretary on some very basic things.
We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. And that's why today, at my direction, the era of unprofessional appearance is over. No more beardos.
Secretary Hegseth has been very aggressive in implementing his vision since arriving at the Defense Department 8 months ago. You can see it in the trans ban, where they banned trans soldiers. There have been efforts to abolish DEI. A surprising number of generals have been purged or fired.
It's nearly impossible to change a culture with the same people who helped create or even benefited from that culture.
And I think this was another step in that direction to sort of, take ownership of the force. In summoning these generals to Washington, they're sending the message that these are my generals.
Yep.
Look, I made them all come to Washington to sit in an auditorium and listen to my speech.
Yeah, absolutely. It had to happen. And then again, my feeling about the government shutdown stuff here.
Of the government shutdown as the blame game intensifies. Democrats and Republicans again voted down each other's bills to reopen the federal government. It comes as the White House warns mass layoffs.
And also, just because I got a message, obviously all these things are my own opinion.
Could come as early as today. Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
With no signs of the government shutdown ending anytime soon, the Trump administration warns it could begin the unprecedented step of firing federal workers as soon as today.
Oh my God. It's terrible. The food is high, the electric bills and the gas bill, all of these things went up. So I'm already juggling paycheck to paycheck.
Millions of federal workers impacted, including more than 750,000 federal employees now furloughed. Vice President J.D. Vance in the briefing room blamed Democrats and warned mass layoffs could be coming. ABC's Mary Bruce pressed the vice president on why layoffs are necessary, since previous administrations only furloughed workers, a temporary move.
So why does the president want to fire some workers and not just furlough them? Why is this shutdown any different?
Well, first of all, we haven't made any final decisions about what we're going to do with certain workers. What we're saying is that we might have to take extraordinary steps, especially the longer this goes on.
Democrats have demanded that Republicans reverse cuts to Medicaid and extend expiring Obamacare subsidies so that health care premiums don't rise for millions of Americans next year.
The point is to say these people need their health care coverage, and the Democrats are willing to fight to protect access to health care. Republicans say they'd rather shut down the government than make sure that Americans get their access to health care. I think they're wrong.
The White House insisting the government needs to reopen before discussing health care policy, and now turning up the pressure, targeting projects in Democratic-leaning states, freezing $18 billion in infrastructure funding for New York City, home of both Democratic leaders Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, and blocking $8 billion for energy projects in 16 states that voted Democrat in the last presidential election. More Americans are...
So my entire viewpoint on that is government shutdowns. Most government jobs shouldn't exist anyways, so yeah. I think most of the things should be brought down to the states, and the states, if the states handle it, they wouldn't have to worry about this anyways. So that's my stance. Like I said, I was trying to make this a pretty quick stream tonight. Yeah, a lot of rehashing things because they keep coming up. Hopefully we get to move on to newer, bigger topics. And once again, Sunday at 8 is going to be my first debate on live stream. So if you got ideas or topics or anything, let me know. But yeah.